Hello, so do you know how to work out this maths problem? Now, welcome so that we work out this maths problem within the shortest time possible. I will show you some of the mistakes that people do when regarding this maths problem. So let's come on and let's start with the solution. So make sure you watch this video up to the end. So on our solution, we have 3 to the power of a, then also plus 3 to the power of a is equals to 48. So let's check the sign. The sign is plus. It is not multiplication, whereby we can have 3 to the power of a multiplied by 3 to the power of a. So watch out the sign. The sign is plus. So whenever you got this plus, what do? So the first thing that you need to do, we need to factorize 3 to the power of a plus 3 to the power of a. Simply means these numbers are common. So it is good we have 3 to the power of a, then into bracket 1 plus 1, close the bracket, is equals to 48. Then the next step is now to work out the number inside the bracket. So how do you go about it? So here now we shall have 3 to the power of a into bracket 1 plus 1 is 2 into bracket is equals to 48. So our next step now is to divide both sides by 2, so that we remain with 3 to the power of a. So then now we shall have 3 to the power of a is equals to 2 here once, 2 into 48 shall remain with 24 is equals to 24. So now most people make a mistake whereby they shall have now to divide both sides by 3, which is not possible. So since 24 is a whole number, then 3 is a base, a is an index, we need to introduce the logs from both sides so that you can work it out within the shortest time possible. So let's do that. So now we shall now have the log of 3 to the power of a is equals to the log of 24. Assume we have something like the log of p to the power of n. So when we rewrite this, we can have it as the log of, or we can, when we don't want to start with log, we can have p or m, we can have this m, the log of p. So when we apply this same formula here, we shall now have a log 3. So a log 3 is equals to the log of 24. So from there now we can divide both sides by the log of 3. So here the log of 3, so this side also by the log of 3. So that the log of 3 and the log of 3 cancel. So now our a is equals to the log of 24 all over the log of 3. So that is not the answer. That is not the final answer. So that is how you work out the final answer. So when you reach at this particular point, you shall get the lesser marks. So now our a now is equals to, so the log of 24 can also be written as the log of 3 multiplied by 8 all over the log of 3. So assume we have the log ab. So this one can also be written as the log of a plus the log of b. So when you have the log of 3 multiplied by 8 over the log of 3, we can write it by saying that now our a is equals to the log of 3 plus the log of 8 all over the log of 3 all over the log of 3. So on our next, now we shall be able to divide now both sides by the log of 3. So this one is now how we do it. So from here now we shall now say that our a is equals to, so the log of 3, so each one shall be having separate all over, we shall divide both sides by the log of 3 all over the log of 3, so that the log of 3 and the log of 3 shall cancel. So now our a in this case, so a is equals to, this one now shall have 1 plus now the log of 8 all over the log of 3. So in case we have such a problem, assume we have the log of a all over the log of b. This one we can write as the log of a to the base of b. So when you write this one, now we shall now say that our a is equals to 1 plus the log of 8 to the base of 3. So this one now shall be our value for a. So if you love how we worked it out, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So let's now confirm the answer. So we had this problem. So the problem was 3 to the power of a plus 3 to the power of a is equals to 48. So since we know a, so we shall now have 3 to the power of 1 plus the log of 8 to the base of 3 plus again 3 to the power of 1 plus the log of 8 to the base of 3 is equals to 48. So in this case now, 3 to the power of 1 is 3. Then our plus now shall change to the multiplication according to the law of logarithm. So the log to the base of 3 shall cancel this 3. So now we shall have 3 multiplied by 8. Then plus 3 to the power of 1 is 3. Then the plus shall change to multiplication. Then the log to the base of 3 shall cancel with this 3. So now we shall have 8 is equals to 48. So from there now 3 multiplied by 8. So the one is now 24 plus 24 is equals to 48. And 24 plus 24 is 48 is equals to 48. So meaning that our answer is very correct when you now consider by saying that the value for a is equals to 1 plus the log of 8 to the base of 3. So finally, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please kindly do so.